How's it going, guys? Sender here. Wanted to come out with a personal video for you guys and give you a little bit of an update and some perspective from my end of kind of what's been going on. As you can tell from the title of this video or the announcements on Twitter, I am now coaching LAT for the foreseeable future. It's been a wild last month, man. Um, to back up a little bit, the past couple years, ever since I made the video of leaving Optic, transitioning to New York, um, I didn't really set super crazy expectations for myself. I more so just wanted to try to evolve my game and, really level up in every aspect of how I'm coaching, how I'm dealing with conflict, all that sort of stuff. And I think I've done a really good job of that. Credit to everybody I worked with the past 2 years. Obviously, huge props to Javid and Fish. Honestly, without them, I don't know if I would have had another 2 years in me, let alone go to a different team, to be honest. They really made the transition super smooth for me, and they really trusted me. And working with them was nothing short of amazing, and I am so forever grateful for the experience that I have with them and, you know, their guidance for me in the, just for the future. And I feel like they really elevated me to a point where I feel like I'm getting to where I'd want to be. Even though like I'm a perfectionist, I don't think I'll ever be at a point where I'm actually happy where I'm at in terms of my effort and how hard I try, stuff like that. But I think I'm getting there, which is super good. The other thing I want to shout out from the last 2 years is obviously all the players I coached. Paco, Kiz, Caesar, Preston, Dante. All very unique individuals. All have their own personalities. All I feel like I really bonded with super well. Um, they all taught me something. I taught them all something. I feel like the relationship I had with all of them was super good, and I'm just very happy with the experience I had with them. Not results oriented. I feel like they're all just pretty genuine people, and you know, they're all striving for the same thing, right? Like everyone just wants to try to win in this. So can't really say enough about all the guys I worked with. Obviously, we saw some crazy success. Some disappointment here and there, but I feel like that just comes with the territory at this point. You got to know how to learn from your losses and still grow from your wins, right? So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to lay that out there. That to me was like a big focal point in this entire transition of me joining LET was trying to navigate a home for everybody that I worked with because for me it's very hard to think selfishly in these situations. I form such a strong emotional connection with all my players that I coach, and it's very disheartening to ever see any of them in a position that I feel like they wouldn't at least be somewhat happy in. I know you can't make everybody happy, but um, yeah, it's just rough navigating these type of things, at least for me, because I'm just a very selfless person typically. So yeah, big shout out to all of them. Obviously going into LAT, I'm still working with Paco. Paco's a beast. Paco, I gained a whole another level of respect for this kid. Um, with how hard he was like vouching for me on going to other teams when even though I wanted to work with him, like he was just doing it because he valued me as like a coach and working with him, and I think that's something that I genuinely really appreciated, and I think that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed in this situation. Joining LAT, he was probably the main reason why I'm on this team today. And obviously for me, I have huge shoes to fill. Cap was obviously one of the best players ever do it, one of the best coaches. But for me, I know the standard I like to set. I know I'm one of the best, if not the best, at what I do, and I want to continue to try to grow on that. So that's the current goal, and I appreciate the fuck out of Paco for doing what he did this past month. Because if not for him, then it would just be a different situation. And not saying a different situation would be bad, but I just respected that. Another person I'm very happy to be working with again is Dill. I feel like me and Dill have a lot of unfinished business together. Um, Obviously, coached him for 2 years. Me and him saw eye to eye on a lot of things. I feel like I opened up his eyes with a lot of different concepts and just a different mentality that I feel like he had. And I mean, as you can tell, he won champs. He grew a fuck ton as a player. I'm very excited to get to know the upgraded version of him. Similar when I joined New York with Kiz, because obviously I coached Kiz in BO4, and it's crazy like going into those situations, seeing how much somebody grows. Um, because you kind of go into it like at first thinking they're kind of be the same, but you just see like the emotional maturity, like how well they treat their teammates, like just how evolved players like that get. So very excited to be working with him. As for everybody else involved, everybody on LAT, working with Scrap, working with Dan, I feel like, you know, I just feel like it's gonna be a really good experience. I would not be taking this opportunity if I felt like they didn't want to win just as bad, if not more than me. And I think that's super important to me. Um, that's one of the main reasons why I coach. Is obviously I love to see the development of players and see everybody see success, whether that's results or just day-to-day things. But I really want to. I really think I'm ready for the next chapter in my coaching career. Um, I think I set a precedent with whoever I work with that my work ethic is contagious. I am extremely confident in what I do, and I try to make sure that it bleeds into everybody that's involved. Like I want everybody that I work with to be running through fucking walls. Okay, so very excited for this opportunity. I feel like it's a different mentality that I have this time compared to when I first joined New York from Optic, and I think it's because I'm more confident in my ways and like my mentality about things. Even though I might not always be right, I don't really have an ego about that sort of stuff. I'm always here to grow and willing to learn, willing to listen, and I just want to be as good of a person as I can be to everybody. Um, I just feel like this team's gonna come fucking different, and yeah, I mean that's really about it about that. Um, I think a lot of you guys have the questions of like why LAT and not on like C9 or not why not on like another org. It just didn't really work out. It just didn't really work out. Nobody really truly saw eye to eye on a lot of things, and I feel like that's what happened with a lot of potential setbacks that made it harder to try to transition to a different team. And LAT really went all in, man. They went all in. They really wanted this fucking team, and they made it happen. So nothing but credit to them. You could really tell that like this was their fucking goal to have this team, and even though that comes with a little bit of pressure for me, that kind of just makes it more exciting. Um, yeah, I think that's really about it. I kind of want to just make a quick video because I feel like just a tweet won't really do it justice of how much I appreciate this opportunity. Um, Very excited to kind of just put my head down and just kind of do what I've been doing. Continue to grow, continue to really inspire the people I work with, and the goal is to keep winning, and I'm gonna make that obviously my main priority. So yeah, that's about it. I appreciate you guys for watching. Sorry if this is a little long, but kind of want to give you guys the synopsis of everything as much as I could. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, see you guys this season.